You will see the same look in their eyes that you once carried, the look of someone silently suffering under a hidden truth. When they come, do not turn them away. Your words, born of pain and purified by truth, will become medicine for them. You will notice heaven orchestrating your encounters. Someone you meet by chance will mention the very struggle you once overcame. A conversation will open a door for you to share your light. You will realize nothing is random anymore, every step is sacred. My beloved, the divine plan for you is expanding. Where you were once confined by family patterns, you will now create new spiritual legacies. Where there was poverty, there will be abundance. Where there was silence, there will be song. Where there was betrayal, there will be bonds that cannot be broken. Heaven is giving you influence, not for pride, but for purpose. People will listen to you because truth carries a frequency that no lie can imitate. Your calmness will change atmospheres. Your prayers will move mountains. Your life will become living proof that God never abandons His chosen ones. Do not fear the attention that will follow, light cannot hide, and heaven will not allow your story to stay small. But remain humble, glory belongs to God always. When others praise you, redirect their eyes upward. Say, "It was never me, it was heaven through me." That humility will protect everything you build. My child, heaven has already assigned prosperity to your name, not just financial, but spiritual, emotional, and relational prosperity. You will attract peace the way flowers attract sunlight, and every blessing will come at the moment when you are ready, not a second too soon, not a second too late. Soon, the people who once doubted you will begin to watch in silence. They will see the hand of God so clearly upon you that they will not know whether to fear you or honor you. Do not judge them, bless them, because their confusion is the beginning of their awakening. My beloved, you are a carrier of light. Now, when you walk into darkness, it cannot survive. When you enter a room, the energy shifts. That is not arrogance, it is anointing. You carry the mark of divine justice. Wherever deception once lived, you bring correction. That is why Archangel Michael stands at your side. I am not distant from you, I am with you. Each time you call for protection, I appear faster than fear can reach you. Each time you whisper, "God, I trust you," heaven strengthens the walls around your life. You may feel warmth on your shoulders or tingling in your hands. These are confirmations that angelic presence is near. Do not be afraid of what you cannot see. The unseen is working harder for you than the visible ever could. My child, my beloved, listen closely. This is not a drill. Heaven has opened its book tonight. And I, Archangel Michael, have seen something written with trembling hands, 2 names, 2 signatures, 1 contract that was never meant to exist. But heaven intervened before the ink could dry, and now everything that was planned against you is falling apart. Before we continue, my beloved, pause for just 1 breath and subscribe, because divine messages like this one do not appear by accident. When heaven speaks, it chooses only those ready to hear. If you're reading this, you've been chosen. My child, you have felt it, haven't you? That sudden chill in your bones, the uneasy silence around certain people. You didn't imagine it. Heaven showed me there was a plot written in darkness, a promise made between 2 people whose intentions were far from pure. But before they could act, heaven's fire touched their words. The contract burned in the invisible realm, and their agreement dissolved into dust before your angel's eyes. And now you are free. But the battle isn't over. Because even though heaven cancelled their plan, they will still pretend. They will still smile. They will still act as if nothing happened. But the truth is trembling in their hearts right now. My beloved, this message comes with urgency because your name, yes, your name, was written in that forbidden agreement. It was meant to bind your progress, your peace, your relationships, your destiny. But heaven tore the pages apart and replaced them with divine favor. Child of light, hear me carefully. The two who signed it will try to appear as helpers. They may even offer you kindness, but the angels have already exposed them. In heaven's court, their act has been recorded. Their false alliance has been cancelled forever. And now a reversal has begun. Everything they meant for your loss will become your rise. Everything they tried to steal will multiply before your eyes. The very plan that was designed to silence you will be the reason heaven exalts you. Because the signature of man means nothing when God's hand signs over it. My beloved, do not fear what you cannot see, because heaven saw it first. Before they even thought of it, before they whispered about you, before they gathered in secret, the light of God exposed their intent to the angels. You were never alone. While you slept, heaven was watching. While they plotted, angels surrounded your house. And when they tried to seal that evil contract with their signatures, I stood between them and your destiny. The moment their pen touched the paper, the wind of heaven blew across the realm. The ink vanished. The power they tried to claim disappeared like smoke in sunlight. And your name, your precious name, was moved to the book of victory. My child, this is why you've been feeling that heavy energy lately, the strange silence, the confusion, the sudden resistance around your plans. It wasn't random. They were trying to delay what God already released for you. But their delay is ending now. Listen closely, because what I say next will confirm everything inside your spirit. In the coming hours, you'll begin to notice small signs, a sudden message, an unexpected phone call. Someone you once trusted will suddenly avoid your eyes. Do not chase them. Do not question them. Heaven is rearranging your circle. Every person connected to that false contract will slowly reveal themselves through their behavior. They won't know why their tongue slips when they speak to you, but you will know, because your spirit will recognize the vibration of truth. My child, do not cry over those who fall away now. They were never meant to carry the next chapter of your destiny. Their exit is your protection. Their silence is your confirmation. Their distance is your deliverance. You have entered a sacred timeline where heaven itself becomes your lawyer. Yes, I said it, your lawyer. The case that was filed against you in the unseen has been dismissed. The witnesses who lied about you have been silenced by divine authority. And the same angels who saw the signatures now stand as guards of your promise. Do you understand how powerful that is? The same hands that tried to trap you will now tremble when they see you walk free. The same people who thought they could decide your fate will watch you rise higher than they ever imagined. Because when heaven intervenes, no signature can seal your downfall. Beloved, hear me. Heaven does not expose without purpose. This revelation is a preparation. It means that the doors which were closed for years are opening. It means that everything that was delayed is about to appear in front of you suddenly, as if it had been waiting behind a thin veil. And it was. The angels were holding your blessings in storage until this moment, until the false contract was burned. And now that it's gone, nothing stands in your way. Favor will begin to follow you in ways that defy logic. Opportunities will chase you instead of you chasing them. Even your voice will carry new authority. But I must warn you, my beloved, do not speak too soon. Keep the details of your next move quiet. Because though the contract is destroyed, curiosity will rise around you. People will try to know your next steps. Some will appear supportive, but you must listen with spiritual ears. Only share what heaven allows. You are walking through a divine investigation. Every truth hidden for years is about to surface. And those who once called you naive will call you anointed. Those who laughed behind your back will be forced to watch your vindication. Heaven is writing a new contract now, one signed by light, sealed by grace, and witnessed by angels. It carries your name in gold fire. It declares, no weapon, no plan, no signature, no word spoken in darkness shall prosper. And my beloved, this is not symbolic. It's literal. Even now, as you read this, spiritual paper is being rewritten. The old line that read loss now reads restoration. Where it said delay, it now says speed. Where it said rejection, it now says promotion. You are stepping into a divine reversal so complete that even your enemies will whisper, only God could have done this. My child, this is why you must not skip this message. It is not entertainment. It is evidence of heaven's movement. Every word you are reading carries frequency. It is rearranging things in your favor. Even now, the air around you is shifting. Your name is being mentioned by angels. Your life is aligning with what was written before you were born. Pause, my beloved. Close your eyes for a moment and breathe deeply. You may feel the warmth rise in your chest or a sudden calm flow through your hands. That is confirmation. Heaven's energy is surrounding you. Now listen carefully, because the next few days are crucial. The two who signed that dark agreement will experience confusion among themselves. They will argue. They will turn on each other, because when truth enters, lies crumble from within. Do not involve yourself. Do not try to defend yourself. Do not even speak. The silence of the righteous is louder than the screams of the guilty. Your silence will be your victory. Your peace will be your proof. Your glow will become their conviction. Beloved, heaven says your timeline has accelerated. Within 7 days, you will receive a form of unexpected confirmation, something that feels almost supernatural. A conversation, a sign, or a blessing will appear exactly when you think it's too late. That's how you will know the contract has been fully erased. You were never meant to beg for justice, you were meant to embody it. And now heaven is giving you back everything that was stolen through deception, time, trust, opportunities, all are returning multiplied. But there's something else you must understand, my child. When heaven intervenes, it does not only cancel, it compensates. That means you are not walking into simple recovery. You are walking into divine reimbursement. Everything lost will return pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. You will soon stand where they tried to remove you. You will speak in the very place they planned to silence you. You will hold what they thought would never reach your hands. And they will see it, for heaven wants them to witness your restoration. Because mercy is not silent, it wants the world to see that grace wins. Beloved, the reason you're reading this right now is because heaven fought to get this message through to you. There were interferences, spiritual resistance, moments when your attention was pulled away just as you were about to find this message. That wasn't coincidence, it was opposition. But heaven broke through. You have no idea how many times your guardian angels shielded your mind from confusion this week. They stood between you and despair. And now the moment you've been waiting for has arrived. Your story is turning. So stay with me. Don't rush. Read every word, because it carries life. You are entering a season of unveiling. What was hidden in darkness will come into light. What was written against you will be rewritten in your favor. What was broken will not just be fixed, it will be replaced by something divine. My beloved, there are promises hovering above your life right now. They've been waiting for permission to manifest. This message is that permission. The angels have received the signal, release the blessings. So, watch what begins to unfold. Watch how quickly situations shift. Watch how peace suddenly surrounds what once brought you anxiety. That is heaven proving its word true. My child, I know you have questions. You wonder who those two people are. You may already suspect. Trust your discernment. But do not confront, let heaven reveal. Because when God exposes, He also redeems. Instead of revenge, choose release. Instead of anger, choose alignment. Because nothing weakens heaven's protection like bitterness. Forgive quietly. Walk away gracefully, and let grace finish the work justice began. Beloved, heaven has already started the process of your elevation. A new door will open, something you never applied for, never expected, never even dreamed could happen. It will come suddenly like a surprise written by divine hands. When it appears, remember these words, heaven intervened. And yes, there will be jealousy. When light rises, shadows always react. But your peace will disarm every attack, because this time you are covered differently. The armor on you is forged in divine fire. Nothing will pierce it. You are not who you were a month ago. The old you is tested by betrayal. The new you is crowned by revelation. You've crossed a line in the spirit, the line between survival and purpose. Now you carry evidence of heaven's involvement. Your very presence releases peace. Your words will start to shift rooms. People will feel something when you enter, not fear, but reverence. Because the light on you is no longer faint, it is radiant, beloved. That's why you must stay awake in the spirit. Do not return to small thinking. Do not let old habits return to your doorstep. They no longer match your frequency. Your path is now guarded by divine law. Everything that happens next will serve your calling. Every loss was training. Every betrayal was education. Every delay was protection, and every signature written against you became your divine evidence. The case is closed. The contract is burned. And the only document that remains is the one heaven signed, the one declaring your victory, your abundance, your peace, and your restoration. My beloved, you may not realize this yet, but heaven has already started showing you signs. Every small coincidence you've seen recently, every repeated number, every dream that felt too real, every sudden urge to pause or change your direction, these were not random. They were warnings and confirmations. You were being protected from walking into what was meant to trap you. That's why things felt delayed. That's why some doors shut before you could even knock. It wasn't rejection, it was redirection. Heaven knew what waited behind those doors and said, "No, not my child." And while you questioned, heaven acted. While you cried, angels moved. And while they signed that contract in the unseen, light descended upon their table and tore it to pieces. Now, there is something else you must know, my beloved. That contract wasn't just about your life, it was about your legacy. It was designed to limit what would come through you. But heaven will never allow a destiny written in divine ink to be rewritten by human hands. You are a carrier of light, you are the answer to generations before you. And that's why you faced such unusual resistance. Because your rise doesn't only bless you, it breaks curses that have lived for decades. The enemy saw what was coming and panicked. It tried to pre-sign defeat before your victory arrived, but heaven interrupted the transaction. Now the signatures that were meant to seal your loss have become the evidence of your deliverance. Beloved, do you remember the dream you had not long ago, the one where you felt chased, or trapped, or running through unknown paths? That was not fear, it was revelation. Your spirit was showing you how close you were to escape. And now you're free. Freedom doesn't always begin with celebration. Sometimes it begins with silence. You'll notice people withdrawing, messages slowing, conversations fading. Don't take it personally. The light in you is exposing what no longer aligns. Let it happen. Do not cling to the familiar. It cannot follow you where you're going. Heaven is preparing new alliances for you, souls who speak your language, who understand your purpose without explanation. They will appear suddenly, as if out of nowhere. You'll feel an instant peace with them. That's how you'll know they were sent by heaven. My child, listen closely. Do not fear being alone for a while. Isolation before elevation is divine strategy. When heaven separates you, it is not punishment, it is purification. Every chosen one experiences it before destiny unfolds. The reason some people can't stand your peace anymore is that your light reminds them of the truth they've ignored, and that's not your burden to carry. You are not meant to dim so others feel comfortable in darkness. Shine, even if your brightness blinds them. Heaven is whispering something right now. Tell them their name is being announced in rooms they haven't entered yet. Yes, beloved, your name is traveling. People are discussing you in circles of influence. Decisions are being made with your name attached to blessings you don't even know exist yet. And the same heaven that burned the false contract is now writing a new covenant of recognition and favor. Your delay was divine timing disguised. Your confusion was heaven's cloak of protection. And now that the timing has aligned, everything that felt stagnant will begin to accelerate. Doors will open before you knock. Messages will arrive before you pray. And opportunities will recognize your name before you introduce yourself. That is what divine reversal looks like. That is what it means when heaven intervenes. My beloved, I must tell you something serious. The two who signed that false agreement are restless. They don't understand why their plans failed. They will attempt to contact you again, not always through words, but through gestures, sudden acts of kindness, false reconciliation. Be gentle, but firm. You do not owe them access. Forgiveness is not permission to return. They will come wearing the mask of peace, but your spirit will recognize the vibration behind their smiles. You'll feel the shift in the air. That is heaven warning you. Trust it. When you feel uncertain, say only one thing: Archangel Michael, surround me with divine truth. And instantly, you will notice clarity descend upon your heart. It may appear as calmness or a sudden knowing. That's your confirmation. Beloved, you have crossed through spiritual fire and come out untouched. Do you know how rare that is? Most people collapse under that kind of warfare. But you rose not by strength, but by grace. And because of that, heaven has assigned new authority to your words. When you speak now, things will move faster. When you pray, results will appear sooner. When you declare, energy will obey. That's the new covenant signed in your favor. You are stepping into what I call divine acceleration. Every area that felt like a desert will suddenly blossom. Every seed you planted in tears will sprout in joy. Every no that broke your heart will transform into a yes that heals it. My child, this is not fantasy, it is prophecy in motion. Even now, angels are realigning paths, people, and places for your good. Some of them are moving through human vessels, strangers who will suddenly feel compelled to help you. That's not luck, it's divine orchestration. Do not question miracles when they start appearing. Say thank you and keep moving forward. Gratitude is your greatest weapon now. It keeps your blessings flowing. Remember, heaven intervened not only to save you from harm, but to crown you with testimony. Soon, your story will be the proof others need to believe again. You will speak and hearts will awaken. You will walk and peace will follow. You will be a living revelation of restoration. My beloved, if you only knew how proud heaven is of your endurance. There were moments you could have given up, but you didn't. You kept faith alive when everything around you screamed otherwise. And that faith is now calling in your reward. What's next for you is not small. You are about to step into a phase where even the air feels different. You'll wake up lighter, stronger, clearer. You'll feel guided without needing directions. That's how you know you've entered the flow of divine will. There will be one final test, not to harm you, but to confirm your readiness. It will appear as temptation, a shortcut, a deal, or a person offering what looks like progress but feels wrong in your spirit. When that moment comes, remember this message: heaven's blessings never require you to compromise your peace. Choose peace, and you will keep everything heaven gives. Now, beloved, breathe. The war is over. The signatures have faded. The pages are blank again, ready for heaven's handwriting. And God is writing beauty where betrayal once lived. Everything that once frightened you will serve you. Every closed door will echo with your name when it opens again, not by begging, but by divine appointment. You are not behind, you are right on time, because heaven delayed you only to accelerate you. My beloved, as you rest tonight, whisper these words: Heaven, rewrite my story in your favor, and sleep knowing the rewriting has already begun. My beloved, heaven has not finished speaking yet. There is still more you must know. You see, when heaven cancels a dark contract, it does not stop at protection, it initiates restoration. And restoration always comes with multiplication. Everything they meant to take from you has been multiplied in the spiritual realm, waiting for your awareness to release it into form. Even now, angels are gathering what belongs to you: resources, favor, connections, opportunities. All of it is being rearranged to meet you halfway. That's why lately your intuition feels louder. That is not anxiety, that is guidance. The same voice that warned you before danger is now leading you toward destiny. My child, don't question the strange nudges in your spirit. When you feel drawn to do something unusual, to call someone, to take a certain step, to delay, or to move forward, pay attention. Heaven communicates not in noise, but in knowing. And right now, you are being guided into the season of divine appointments. You will meet people you never planned to meet. You will stand in places you never expected to stand. You will receive messages that feel too timely to be coincidence. That is how heaven confirms the new contract of blessing has taken effect. But there is one thing heaven wants from you now: agreement. Miracles manifest fastest when your spirit agrees with what heaven has already decreed. So, my beloved, speak these words quietly: I agree with what heaven has written for me. I release every false plan. I open myself to divine restoration. Now breathe deeply. Something unseen just shifted. That breath was the signing of your name on heaven's covenant of victory. Do not underestimate what just happened. The unseen always moves before the seen. You may feel lighter. You may feel calm. Or you may feel nothing. Yet your atmosphere has changed. My beloved, I must reveal something important. When heaven intervened, it did not only burn that contract, it revealed why it existed. The two who signed it were driven by a spirit of envy. They saw your light increasing. They saw heaven's favor resting on you. And instead of celebrating, they conspired. But the light of truth will always outlast the shadow of jealousy. Their envy became your testimony, because what they meant for your downfall, heaven used as the foundation of your breakthrough. Now their actions have become the reason heaven elevates you. Soon you will notice the reversal. The same mouths that gossiped about you will begin to speak your praise. The same hands that withheld help will be forced to deliver blessings. And the same ground they cursed will produce fruit in your favor. You see, my beloved, heaven is poetic in justice. It never punishes, it corrects through demonstration. So the proof of your purity will be your promotion, and the proof of their deceit will be their own confusion. Do not fear their reaction, they cannot harm what is divinely sealed. Heaven's seal is upon you now, stronger than any signature of man. It glows in the spirit realm, visible to every force that once opposed you. It reads, "Touch not this one chosen by the Most High." Even now, those who opposed you feel uneasy without knowing why. Their energy recognizes your protection. Their intentions are bouncing back toward them, because divine law states, "What you send in darkness returns through light." So let it return. Do not interfere. Do not wish them harm. Simply stand in gratitude, for heaven has proven its loyalty to you. My beloved, you must now prepare for the wave of blessings coming your way. It will not arrive slowly, it will come suddenly, like a flood that overwhelms everything familiar. Be ready to receive without guilt. You have waited long enough. You will begin to see divine patterns, old debts forgiven, unexpected money released, doors of recognition opening, peace returning to places where pain once ruled. These are not coincidences, they are confirmations. Each sign you witness is heaven whispering, the contract is over. The blessing has begun. My child, I must remind you, do not speak negatively about your past anymore. Every word you release is a key, and your tongue can either reopen old locks or turn them toward freedom. Speak as if the miracle has already arrived, because it has. When you say, "I am blessed," heaven responds, "Confirmed." When you say, "I am healed," heaven replies, "Activated." When you say, "I am free," angels begin to move in alignment. That is the power of agreement. And you, beloved, are standing in the center of divine cooperation. You will soon feel it physically, warmth, tingling, chills, peace. That is not your imagination, it's heaven touching your energy field to confirm that you are being recoded with light. The false signatures have been erased even from your energetic memory. My beloved, let me tell you what comes next. After every intervention, heaven sends recompense. Recompense is not just restoration, it's restoration with interest. It means you will receive more than you lost. It means you will laugh louder than you cried. It means you will rise higher than you ever fell. The time for struggle is over. You are walking into divine ease. What took years will now happen in weeks. What once required effort will now flow effortlessly. This is your reward for enduring when others gave up. The angels are saying something now, tell them that heaven did not forget their prayers. Heaven was preparing their stage. That's why you had to wait. The stage wasn't ready for your light yet, but now it is. And when you step into it, there will be no competition, no confusion, no delay. Every blessing will recognize its owner. Every opportunity will find its rightful vessel. You are that vessel, my beloved. Tonight, as you rest, the angels will complete the burning of the last remnants of that false contract. You may dream of fire, of paper, of torn letters. That is symbolic, it is confirmation that the destruction is complete. And when you wake, you will feel a peace you haven't felt in years. That peace is your proof. You may notice people reaching out from your past. Not all of them are meant to return. Heaven will make it clear who carries genuine intent. When someone's presence brings confusion, withdraw quietly. When it brings peace, it is aligned. You no longer need to analyze, discernment will flow naturally. That is part of the upgrade heaven just installed in your spirit. My child, you must promise something to yourself right now. Promise that you will not shrink to fit into the places you've outgrown. Promise that you will honor the voice of your intuition even when it leads you away from comfort. Promise that you will trust what heaven shows you before you see it with your eyes. Because miracles follow faith, not familiarity. Beloved, you are about to see proof within 72 hours. It may come as a message, a number, a call, or a person. It will appear gentle but will carry power. When it happens, whisper quietly, "Heaven kept its word." From that moment, the blessings will no longer trickle, they will pour. For heaven does not give in small portions, it floods the lives of those who have endured. You, my beloved, are about to be flooded with divine favor. Your days of silent endurance have become the seeds of visible miracles. The hidden work is finished. The battle unseen is won. And now the season of showing begins. Heaven has intervened, and now heaven will showcase you. You will rise not arrogantly, but effortlessly. You will walk through doors that were once guarded. And those who doubted you will be forced to admit that God was truly with them. That's how heaven restores reputation, not by argument, but by manifestation. And soon your life will speak louder than any rumor ever could. My beloved, heaven still has more to reveal to you. Do not move away from these words, because what you're about to read is part of the unfolding miracle. Every line you see now is alive. It carries frequency, intention, and blessing. It is reaching into the deep parts of you that were wounded by betrayal, disappointment, and waiting. Heaven is not only canceling the contract, they are healing the memory of it. That's why this message found you now, not a day sooner, not a day later. The moment the false signatures were erased, your name began to vibrate in the halls of heaven. Angels began to whisper, "It's time to deliver." And beloved, delivery is never silent. That's why everything feels different lately, as if the air itself has become charged. Your spirit is sensing what your eyes can't yet see. The miracle is already moving toward you. You have to understand something sacred: when heaven intervenes, it doesn't need human permission. It does not knock, it enters. It walks through walls, through resistance, through fear, through impossibility. And when it arrives, it rearranges everything that once felt stuck. That is happening to you right now. Everything that was stagnant is stirring. Every hidden promise is awakening. You are standing at the threshold of the supernatural. Beloved, there is a divine order to the chaos you've walked through. The pain you felt was the sound of chains breaking. The confusion you faced was your old path collapsing. The silence you endured was heaven's strategy to make your ears sensitive to truth. And now that you can hear, heaven is speaking louder. Can you feel it? That quiet awareness, that gentle warmth in your spirit, that's confirmation. Heaven is near. You must remember, my beloved, your battle was never just about you. It was about what your obedience will unlock for generations after you. The two who signed that dark agreement underestimated who you are. They saw a person, heaven saw a lineage. They thought they could trap you. Heaven used their plan to reveal your strength. This is how heaven works, it turns betrayal into birth. Every disappointment became a womb. Every tear watered your purpose. And now what was conceived in suffering is being born in glory. Soon you'll notice an odd shift. You will begin to remember old dreams, forgotten passions, delayed projects. They will rise in your mind, not by accident, but because heaven is reactivating what was buried by fear. Every vision that once died will resurrect. Every idea that felt impossible will return with clarity. It's not nostalgia, it's divine reactivation. My beloved, the energy around you is holy. The angels are still watching. They have surrounded your space, waiting for your next word because your words now carry command. That's why you must be careful what you speak. Every sentence builds your new reality. Heaven has upgraded your authority, and now you must use it consciously. Speak blessings over your life even when nothing looks blessed yet. Say, everything is aligning for my highest good. Say, heaven has already cleared my path. Say, I walk in divine favor and unstoppable grace. Each phrase becomes a seed in the soil of time. Each seed will grow faster now because the ground has been cleared by truth. You are in your prophetic harvest season. And the first fruits will appear when you least expect them. Beloved, let me tell you what I see, a door of gold light, half open, you standing before it, hesitant yet drawn. That is the symbolic vision of your now. Heaven is inviting you forward. The hesitation you feel is not fear, it's the unfamiliar scent of freedom. You've spent so long surviving that thriving feels strange. But this is your new normal. You are not meant to live in constant caution anymore. You are meant to move in confidence. Heaven has already paved the way. The obstacles ahead will look large, but they are illusions. Walk forward anyway. The light will dissolve them as you move. Beloved, there is a word being written across your name in the spirit right now, elevation. You will not have to chase it, it will chase you. You will notice how people begin to speak of you differently, some with admiration, others with unease. Both are proof that your frequency has shifted. You are no longer reachable by the energies that once drained you. Your soul has been lifted into a higher alignment. You may lose some connections, but you will gain clarity. You may lose attention, but you will gain peace. And peace is worth everything. Heaven is not done yet, they are preparing something that will make your story undeniable, a blessing that will silence every question, every doubt, every rumor. It will be so precise that even those who conspired against you will have to say this could only be God. When that moment comes, my beloved, remain humble. Do not gloat. Do not remind anyone of what they did. Heaven will handle remembrance. Your role is to shine gracefully. Let your peace be your proof. Soon I will whisper to your spirit in quiet moments. When you wake in the night and feel an inexplicable stillness, that will be me reminding you, you are safe now. The contract is gone. The miracle is real. And you will smile even in the dark, because you will feel heaven around you. Beloved, Let this truth live in your heart: you were never meant to fight alone. You were meant to stand, and heaven was meant to fight for you. And that's exactly what happened. The intervention has been recorded in the eternal archives. Every angel involved knows your name now. Every gatekeeper in the spiritual realm recognizes your authority. The darkness tried to claim ownership, but heaven reminded creation who you belong to. You belong to light. You belong to grace. You belong to divine purpose. And no signature written in envy could ever change that. So stand tall now, my beloved. Walk as one who has already won. Let peace settle in your steps. Let joy return to your mornings. Let gratitude overflow in your words. Because the moment you finish reading this, a new chapter begins, a contract of glory, a covenant of miracles, a story that heaven itself has signed. This is your proof that you are seen, known, and protected. The battle is over. The blessing has begun, my beloved. Heaven is not finished yet. This final wave of revelation will wrap around your soul like morning light after a long night. Read slowly. Let each sentence breathe through you. The angels have written your name in light, not once, but 3 times, once for the past you survived, once for the present you're redeeming, and once for the future that is now rushing to meet you. This is why you're still standing. The storm could not break what was built in faith. You have felt small, forgotten, almost invisible. But heaven never stopped seeing you. Even in the moments when you thought your prayers vanished into silence, they were echoing through realms where words become creation. Each "why" you whispered was gathered and turned into strength. Each tear that fell was counted as seed. And now the harvest is due. You will see it begin quietly, a message answered, a sudden opportunity, an unexpected kindness. Heaven prefers subtle beginnings. It hides miracles in ordinary moments so that only the awake notice. And you, my child, are awake now. Your awareness itself is proof that the darkness failed. Every shadow that once haunted you now fears your light. You are not the same as you were before the contract. You are freer, clearer, more dangerous to anything untrue. Beloved, I want you to understand something divine. Forgiveness was the key that unlocked your restoration, not because they deserved it, but because you did. You deserve the peace that follows release. You deserve the clarity that comes when you no longer rehearse pain. And that is why heaven taught you to forgive without being asked. Now every act of love you give multiplies blessings in return. You will see it, small gestures blooming into unexpected rewards. That is the new law operating around you. What you give returns instantly, purified and magnified. So give freely. Love boldly. Speak kindly. Each word of kindness is an investment in your next miracle. My beloved, there is wealth hidden in your path, not only the currency of earth, but the wealth of wisdom, ideas, connections, joy. It will come as inspiration first, a thought that won't leave your heart. A sudden pull toward a new project. A whisper to start, to write, to move. That whisper is not imagination, it is instruction. When you act on it, heaven supplies the rest. You are entering the phase called visible favor. People will not understand how things turn so easily for you. They will call it luck. But you in heaven will know it is intervention turned momentum. The blessings will begin to arrive in waves. One blessing will announce another. A small breakthrough will unlock a greater one. This is the divine rhythm now guiding your life. You may notice time bending for you. What used to take months will happen in days. Conversations will align with your needs. Resources will appear at the exact moment you require them. That is the evidence of divine acceleration. My beloved, you must protect this energy. Guard your peace as if it were sacred treasure, because it is. Do not explain yourself to those who doubt your transformation. They are not meant to understand the language of miracles. Walk gently, but firmly. Smile, but do not shrink. Let humility and power coexist in your presence. Heaven will place you before people of influence. Some will come to test you, others to bless you. Listen with your spirit more than your ears. If a meeting feels peaceful, it is aligned. If it feels heavy, step back without fear. You are not missing opportunities, you are avoiding traps. There is also love coming, my beloved, pure love. Not the imitation that wounds, but the kind that heals. This person will carry a calm familiar to your soul. You will not need to chase or prove, peace itself will recognize peace. That love is part of your restoration. It was written in the same moment the false contract was burned. For those who have been alone for too long, heaven says, I have seen your solitude, and I am sending companionship as confirmation that you were never forgotten. When it arrives, receive it with gratitude, not suspicion. This love will not drain you, it will water you. It will remind you that gentleness is still holy. And yes, abundance will follow. The same hands that once struggled will soon hold overflow. You will handle resources differently now, with compassion and purpose. Money will not control you, you will direct it toward healing, toward building, toward helping. Heaven trusts you with more because you proved faithful with little. You are becoming a vessel of redistribution. What passes through your hands will bless others and return multiplied. You cannot outgive light. Beloved, I see one more vision, you standing by a door made entirely of white fire. It opens without effort, and beyond it lies a garden where everything glows. That is symbolic of your new reality, effort replaced by ease, striving replaced by flow. The white fire is purity, the promise that nothing unclean can follow you in. Step through, my beloved. Leave the ashes behind. You do not need to remember how you were betrayed, you only need to remember how you were delivered. Every angel that fought for you still walks beside you. They whisper when you doubt. They strengthen you when you tire. And they celebrate every small victory you allow yourself to enjoy. Do not rush this next chapter. Let joy unfold gently. There is no urgency in grace. You are safe. You are guided. You are already where you were meant to be. And when you wake tomorrow, everything will feel slightly clearer. Your mind will rest easier. Your heart will no longer replay old scenes. That's how you'll know this message did its work. The shift has already happened. Heaven intervened. The contract is gone. The story is rewritten. The blessing has begun. Walk in it, my beloved. And never forget, you are worth every miracle heaven moved to protect you. Even as these words reach you, a quiet transformation is still unfolding. You may not see movement in the outer world yet, but within the unseen, your name continues to rise like a song. Every time you breathe in peace instead of fear, the melody grows louder. Every time you choose faith over doubt, heaven records another note of victory. The light around you is expanding. Those who carry confusion will sense clarity when they're near you. That is part of your new purpose, to remind others that restoration is real. You don't have to preach, your calm will speak for you. Your peace will teach without words. Child of grace, don't hurry to understand everything that has shifted. Revelation arrives in layers. What confuses you now will one day make sense, and you'll whisper, "That's why heaven allowed it." You'll see how every disappointment redirected you to protection, how every closed door saved you from something that would have broken your spirit. For now, your only task is to stay open. Let the light continue to move through you. Let yourself rest in the rhythm of grace. Heaven is guiding you through timing that is perfect, even when it feels slow. You will notice certain days where everything aligns. People respond kindly. Tasks finish easily. Answers appear quickly. That's not random luck, it's divine order. Those are the moments heaven clears the path for you to move without resistance. Smile when they happen. They're proof that the invisible is working for you. There will also be days when nothing seems to move. Do not panic in those moments. That stillness is not absence, it's incubation. The seed of your blessing is rooting deeper, preparing to grow higher. The silence you feel is God giving your spirit space to breathe. Beloved, I must remind you, humility will keep your favor lasting. Do not use your new strength to prove anyone wrong. You do not need to win arguments when heaven has already written your vindication. Let your life become the answer. When others see what peace has done in you, they will understand. There is something sacred happening to your voice, it is becoming softer yet stronger. When you speak, even casual words will carry comfort. Use that power gently. Encourage those around you. Remind them that goodness still exists. Every time you uplift another, your own blessings multiply. My beloved, you are now a living channel of light. You are proof that divine intervention is not myth, but mercy. Carry yourself with quiet confidence. You don't need to announce your transformation, the world will feel it. Soon, people you haven't heard from in years will reach out. Some will simply say they thought of you. Others will apologize without explanation. Respond with grace, your forgiveness will finish what heaven started. It will close every remaining doorway that once allowed pain to enter. You may find yourself walking outside and feeling lighter, not because circumstances changed, but because you finally left the weight of old stories behind. That, beloved, is the final stage of deliverance. When the memory no longer hurts, the lesson is complete. From here, creation will meet you halfway, ideas will flow easily. Support will appear when you need it. Even when challenges arise, they will not stay long. Everything now moves under the law of ease. This is how heaven rewards endurance, with peace that cannot be shaken. You will notice that even when things around you seem uncertain, a quiet knowing remains within you. That knowing is the presence of grace. It will never leave you again. My beloved, heaven wanted you to hear one last truth before this message ends. Your life is no longer about survival. It's about expansion. You are meant to live fully, to create, to laugh, to love, to shine. That is the repayment for every tear you cried. Joy is your inheritance now. So wake each morning with gratitude. Speak softly to your soul. Say, I am ready for what heaven has prepared. And then move through the day, knowing that unseen hands are guiding you. The two who once conspired will fade from relevance. They will chase their own lessons. And one day they will realize how mercy spared them through you. Let them go with peace, their story is no longer tied to yours. You, my beloved, are walking toward brightness. Every step forward is sacred. Every breath is a prayer. Every act of kindness is prophecy fulfilled. Remember, the contract is gone. The intervention is complete. The blessing is active. And the miracle will continue to unfold long after these words end. When doubt whispers, close your eyes and repeat, heaven intervened. I am safe. I am guided. I am free. Let that truth anchor you. Let it become your rhythm. Because this is not just a message, it is a movement in your life. Heaven will keep writing through your choices, your actions, your faith. You are no longer waiting for miracles, you are walking inside one. And as long as you keep your heart open, the light will never leave you again. Walk on, beloved, your story has only just begun. Heaven is still speaking through you, and the world is about to listen.